coronavirus time, bored stiff, not getting to hike, so I thought I'd practice video skills by doing a short gear review for my grandson who one day may hike. I've got two backpacks. I've got an Osprey Exos 58, which I really love. Fits great, keeps my back semi-cool. It's close to 3 pounds with the brain on. And then I also have this Appalachian ultralight backpack that I got a year and a half ago. It's Cottage Industry out of Pennsylvania. I think the guy's gone belly up. He was kind of a nut. On his website, he had a video, opening video. It was him dancing on the roof, singing. In any case, trying to support Cottage Industries, thought I'd give it a go. It's Dyneema. It weighed 11 ounces when I got it. I modified it. I had my wife sew on a more substantial strap on the hip belt. The one that came on it was really tiny, and it binded me across the stomach, and I tried to put something on there similar to a load lifter, and it functions a little bit, not terribly well. I saw this a couple years ago, so I added the shock cord. I can carry one or two of the Gatorade bottles on the shoulder straps, both sides. I got my Garmin, I forgot what the model is. Anyway, it's not the mini, it's the larger one. It has GPS, it has maps. I can text with my family. I can send pictures to my buddy here. His legs are too short, and he's too slow to go with me hiking. This is frameless, to say the least. It only weighs a pound now with the additions I made to it. I keep the bandana on the sternum strap. In the back, I've got my sits pad. That's the biggest problem with this, is it's just really hot. It doesn't matter where I have anything back there or not. It's just anything 50 degrees or warmer, my back's just going to be wet from sweat. There was one, came with one pouch on the hip belt. I've added a cheap REI one, $13 I think. I had a Z-Pax one, but it came off. I lost it somewhere. I use the Gatorade bottles on the shoulder straps because I don't have the flexibility to get the big bottles out of the side pockets like a younger person does. I thought this year I'd try the umbrella, so I keep it on one side. The shock straps are wearing into the reflective material a little bit, so that's the downside. The whole thing weighs, with 5 pounds of food and 1 liter of water, it comes right in at 20 and a half pounds. That's with the winter clothes. So there's food bag, 5 pounds, so I guess 3 days. This may not be packed the way I'd end up with it on trail, but I got toilet paper, trowel, spare batteries, little Swiss Army knife, toothbrush, spare lighter, did I say toilet paper, and headlamp and some soap. My age, I keep a pee bottle in my tent. When you get 70 and you have prostate issues, you don't want to get up in the middle of the night and go outside 3 or 4 times. So I don't. I got a old puffy jacket in here just to take up space. I've got a real nice enlightened equipment hooded jacket that I really like. My spare clothes. This is long underwear right now. Thought I was going to be hiking in some cool weather. I've gone both ways on cooking. I've had titanium pots. This is a cheap Jetboil flashlight. I like it. Easily holds 16 ounces, and I don't have to worry about when I drop 2 servings of ramen noodles in there about having enough room like I do in the titanium pot. It's not that much different in weight, maybe 3 ounces heavier. Have a buff, have a pack towel for condensation on the inside of the duplex. I have a garbage bag. I saw a do-it-yourself, it's a do-it-yourself pump sack. The Nemo Tensor air mattress I have doesn't have a pump sack. The new version does. I don't like my elbows resting on the floor of the tent when I'm sleeping. I'm a back sleeper. So I got the 25-inch wide, and it's long. I think it was 78 inches long. But I saw another do-it-yourself video on YouTube and learned how to cut it off. So I cut 15 inches of it off and seamed it with an iron, and works great. Done it that way for a couple of years. This is my second one. Weighs about a pound. I use the backpack for my feet. I got a pillow here. Actually, I got 2. I bought another one. I thought I might try putting one under my knees, like I put the pillow under my knees at home. Might help my back, help me sleep a little better. I journal, and I keep the current pages of AWOL with me in case GitHub craps out for some reason. Electronics, I don't have a lot. I have an Anchor 10,000 battery pack, a dual plug charger. I'll have headphones in here. I do have another battery pack. I can carry 2 if I want to. Trying to decide if I want to use my sleeping bag compression sack or not. I don't know which way it takes up more room. A pack like this or just stuffed in there. Right now I've got a lightened equipment 20-degree bag in there. I really haven't been that thrilled with it. I got it 2 or 3 years ago, and I don't think they have the amount of fill in it that they do now. I understand that they come closer to doing what Underground Quilts does. I bought a new 10-degree bag from them, and to me it's like twice as much fill as the Enlightened Equipment 20-degree bag, and this is I had the toe box sewn shut on it, and that's what I planned on using in the cooler weather. And I got to go out the end of March, early April, in northern Tennessee and southern Virginia with the Enlighten equipment. I always use a liner, one reason to keep it clean and the other thing for the additional warmth. 20 degrees, I'm sorry, I use it during the summertime. It's, to me, it's more like a 40 or 50 degree bag. I've contacted them about adding fill, because I heard they did there for a while. Well, they don't anymore, and one of the places they recommended where I could have fill added, they wanted $180. I'm sorry, for $180, for $50 more, I got a 10 degree bag, brand new, from Underground Quilts. In the back, I've got a rain jacket with zip pits. For winter time, I've got these waterproof gloves that I saw Dixie on Wanderlust talk about. They really work. I've got my Evermore water collection bag and my Sawyer with the adapter so it screws right on the smart water bottles. I got all kinds of rain gear. These are anti-gravity pants. I also have a Z-Pax quilt and their gaiters.
Kilt, not quilt.
But they're more summertime than winter. And this bag has 3 shock cords on the bottom. That's where I keep the tent. Now the reason the Z-Pax tent is in a yellow bag is the Dyneema stuff sack that it came in may be real durable, but it's not if there's friction involved. With these shock cords, you can get them as tight as you think is humanly possible, but when you're walking around, there's vibration, and I noticed it was starting to wear a couple of holes in the Dyneema stuff sack. So for training purposes, I put this cheap one over the Dyneema bag that came with the duplex tent, just to cut down on the wear and tear. I won't have that on the trail. I'll probably just put some duct tape over the Dyneema. Anyway, a pound on the bag, £1.5 pounds on the quilt. The air mattress is 15, 16 ounces. What am I forgetting? Anyway, I think the big 3, the tent with pegs, I think weighs 30 ounces. I think it's 24, just the tent. Anyway, it's about 5 pounds for the big 3, and somehow I managed to get up to 13 pounds. This thing's 8 ounces. The GPS thing's another 8 ounces. Anyway, it doesn't take much at all to get up to 13, 14 pounds. Then the food and the water gets me over 20. That's it.